Hey guys, Smart Ninja 000 here. Today we're going to be doing another video on this, but it's a tutorial. It's actually a tutorial on structure blocks. So we're going to start off with like the basics, how to copy. We're going to be making a bunch of these houses. Then we're going to go into some of the more complex things you can do with that. I'm not going to, and yeah. So the first thing you're going to need, no matter what you're doing, you're going to need to get a structure block. So you have to write backslash, no caps, backslash give app. Now, if you're on a server and you have essentials, just write your username. Structure. We're just going to press tab block. That, if you press tab, will autocomplete. So you got yourself a structure block. Now, what there is about a structure block is there's data, save, load, and corner. Now they all have different textures, and the only one you're never going to use is data. Currently, this 1.12.1. See up there? Data has no effect for us. You have to only Mojang really uses it, so ignore that. So you have save, load, and corner. So the first thing you have to do is you have to set up where you want it. So we're going to set it up so we get this block. So that means going one away, and we're just going to call this spooky house. Now it's not supposed to be a spooky. No, spooky house. Sure, we'll just keep it lowercase. House. Boom. Corner. So we set up the first corner, then we want to set up the other one. So that's here, and we just build up as high as we want because we want it so that we get the top of the roof. I think that's right. And by the way, if you press Control middle click or Control whatever button, I use R, it will copy it. So now we want to get another structure block out. So get our structure block out. This can go anywhere. This is a save. And we call this spooky house. Has to be, it's case sensitive. Then we click detect. Now you'll see that it shows up this huge box, and that actually means, looks like we can go one lower. So when you're using structure blocks, you're going to want to try and use up the least amount. That way it doesn't accidentally destroy stuff. So now we just click detect again. I still feel like we can go one lower. That way the file is smaller. Detect. There we go. That's like perfect. So now, also you want to check the ground. So, yep, perfect. Now we save. And that's the first part. Okay, so now we can break this. Don't worry about keeping it. Now you want to get yourself another structure block. And what you're going to want to do is you want to get one that says load. And you want to write the name of that. So spooky house. Now if you click load once, it will show the boundary box. And now you have to pay close attention to this because if you look at this, if we bring it so you can change the relative position. So if we make it look like this looks like it's the same house. But it's not. You have to pay close attention to where the floor is because otherwise the grass will be up a block, and we don't want that. So we're just going to set the relative position to -1. Load. And there we go. We have an spooky house. So that's the basic. Yeah, and everything's the same. Oh, Dad. Oh, right. We got one more thing to do before we go. So let me just set up for it. Okay, now we have this beautiful little structure here. And we want to copy it. So first thing we have to do is give app or your username, stru, press tab, then you type bl, press tab, or block. You can just write it all out. And we got to set up our corners. So let's call this beauty. Then we want to go up and we want to include the armor stand. Now we save, and now we click beauty. Now we detect. We get this nice little thing. Now we're going to stop right here before we do anything else. Now if you'll notice, in this one, it didn't copy over this entity. But we want that entity because it's important to us, because look at that, that's beautiful. So we have to click include entities on. Now if we click, now we can save it. Now we can load it. And now we have to click here again to make sure entities are on. Load. Load. And we have our beauty. We can have as many statues of this as we want. Load. Beauty. Now, here's another thing you can do. You can also change the damage value. So you could set it to 2.5. And now what this does is this shows the number of blocks that actually spawn. So only 25% of the blocks spawned. That's another thing you can do, so that's nice. You can also, so that just allows you to have like broken down stuff that's changing every time. That's normally set of 1. You can also rotate it. You can mirror it. I think this mirror, right? It just like changes the side it's on. I think. So lots of different like settings you can do. Okay, so now we're just going to hop into a different world. Let me get my teleporter set up, and I will see you real soon. Okay guys, we have our teleporter set up. Ready for it? You can see the particles. It's like awing us in. Gotta be dramatic about it. Okay, we are teleporting. Here we are in our world. So let me just break my teleporter. So now this world is just a minigame I built. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna update to 1.13 when it comes out, so be ready for that. But what's really cool about it is the use of structure blocks. So it's Skywars. So here, let me just generate. Ignore that big structure over there. So this is what it looks like now. We have a nice wall thing, and then we have little castles or something, and that looks good, I think. But I'm not really sure I want to play that one, so. Now, obviously, that's not gonna. Oh, I got rid of my pumpkin. But different. So that's nice. Obviously, we can't play it because there's no one else on, so it automatically ends the game. But it does look. Now it's different. So the way I do this, and what you'll notice this is the most interesting, is the chest. Now, I mean, obviously, you can't get this stuff from a normal chest. You can't get command blocks with fire aspect from a normal chest. You can't get clay from a normal chest. I don't think, actually. You can't get. This is a bad chest to start off. The blocks, and you can't get that from a normal chest. So that's actually loot tables. I can do a tutorial on that once 1.13 comes out, because they're changing the way it's set up the file. But what you'll notice is when you look in these, there's no chests. Where there's chests, there's command blocks. So that's pretty interesting if you think about it. What it actually is here. You can look in the command block. It's actually a set block, the chest, obviously facing a direction, and then it's the loot table. So but what you'll notice is it's always activated, but it's not placing it. So what you have to do for this is, here, let me get another one. Let me just set up another one of these. So I need a command block. How to do this? This is really cool because when it's placed, it instantly breaks it. So and obviously command blocks don't drop tile entities. So what it is it's a set block. Tilde, we can just do stone 0 destroy. Now we want this to be always active, but we want it to stay like this because if we do this, actually, let me copy the command first. It just instantly breaks this. We can't place that because otherwise, now you can place it, but but if you want it to be for loot tables and stuff, you can't have it be always active. So what we have to do is just place a random character. Set always active. Click done. Oh. Now destroy doesn't work, so just set it like stone 3. Now that's not going to do anything, so just say error. There's no such thing as stone 3. Break this. Click done. Now it doesn't update the command. If you place a block next to it, it doesn't update it. Only way for it to be updated is if you place it. So what you can do with this is then every time this is placed, it just replaces it with the chest. So you can have your random Skywars loot. Nice and simple. Yeah, well, that's all. Also you can load in the actual files, but like the actual rooms and stuff. But that I'm not going to show off because all you have to do is just in the load command block. Oh, and in case you're wondering, it's just a bunch of different structure blocks. Oh, and also you can click show off so that way it won't pop up the block. That's a nice tip. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, and subscribe and comment if you have any other tutorials you want to see. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.